justice system and some misconceptions and myths and the truth behind them. First, I'd like to talk about the system a little bit so you can get a better understanding of it. Hidden delinquency is a huge part of the juvenile justice system. Hidden delinquency involves crimes such as some status offenses that go unnoticed throughout the criminal justice system. And many people ask, why? How come? That's not safe. But it's because these are status offenses that are not as likely to be as serious. In the juvenile justice system, jurisdiction is an extreme factor. Jurisdiction in this system allows everybody, including officers, courts, even the juveniles and their parents, allows them to know what are the regulations and the way they should go. Many of the youths that are taken into custody are then interviewed by intake officers. These intake officers use a procedure called screening that then interviews the parent or guardian and also the juvenile. They do this so that they can find the right treatment for the juvenile and figure out what is the best placement for them. Many juveniles who are sent through the adult criminal courts usually are the ones with a career escalation. A career escalation is when those are more likely to reoffend and start when they are young and move their way when they are older. There are two myths that involve and are related to this. The first one is that by reducing the detention population, it will increase the juvenile delinquency. Well, detention population decrease will most likely result in those juveniles going to adult criminal courts, and it is found proven that those who go to adult criminal courts are more likely to reoffend and be in acts of delinquent activities for the rest of their lives. This is because they didn't have the treatment that detention offers. The second myth is that people believe that juveniles who get sent to criminal courts are those who are less likely to reoffend. Well, this is most likely the thought because when going to adult criminal courts, these children are going to get more strict, more cruel treatments, and they're going to learn. But that is not true at all. Those who go to detention and treatment centers are those who get help and eventually lead themselves out of the life of delinquency. Another myth about juveniles is that many people believe that delinquents can be identified in early childhood. It is often found that children that act as delinquents and act out when they're children usually don't result in delinquent activity when they're older or jail or anything like that. When you are younger, your brain is not fully developed until about 16, and then as you go on, your back of your brain starts to develop a little bit better. And because of this, you are unable to decide and understand the consequences. Lastly, people believe that the sanctions given to juvenile offenders are usually ineffective and the treatments are also not likely to work. But this is found incorrect, that many juveniles who do go through these programs and treatments, rather than going to adult criminal courts and jail, are more likely to change and develop social skills that allows them to function in the social world so much better and keep them out of trouble for the rest of their lives.